kind of learned that, like, in hindsight, like, looking back now, like, the way that God, like, puts things into your path, you know, especially, like, before, like, I had any kind of, like, spiritual belief or whatever, is really awesome to, like, look back on and just see, like, okay, that's why this happened, you know. So James and I were up on this roof, and he's just talking to me, and we're just having one of our deep conversations, and that was like when I first kind of like learned about grace, and I was just thinking about it, and just like he was just, you know, like God loves you no matter what. There's nothing that you've done, there's nothing that you're gonna do that he's gonna let you go, and even if you don't believe in him right now, he loves you, and he wants you. And just, that was just like, that day was just like the first time I think it kind of registered with me. And like I just remember standing up on this roof, and there's just horse stables and these like valleys and mountains in the background, and I felt like I was like breathing for the first time. Like I was taking breaths and just like oh my God, like this is God. Like this isn't just like some chia pet, you know, like this is God. It was like a month after I started just being out on those roofs and just learning about God. Most tragic thing that's just ever happened to me happened, and that was my sister's fiance and their little baby boy Eli. He's Cody, her fiance, one of my dearest high school friends. They dropped Ashley off at work, and they were taking off. Cody had to go to school, and they were taking off, and they got in a really bad car wreck. They were I think they were just like pretty near death, and he like twitched his hand, and so they evacuated both of them, put them on a helicopter. Surgery after surgery after surgery. They were both in a coma for a couple weeks, and you know, my whole family was just devastated. I just kind of felt like that was like I was just kind of going like, okay God, like I believe in you now, and this happened, so what do I need to do here? Like how's this gonna play out? And just kind of just like I was able to just kind of like give it to God, and it was just it almost kind of made sense to me that like after like I accepted Christ, you know, like the heaviest thing in my life happened, you know, and I was just like I had hope still. Like I was like, you know, before that I would have just gone on a bender, you know, tried to do something stupid. I don't know. I don't know that I could have handled it. It was just so devastating. I love those two. It was like, it was my nephew and my brother, you know. It was, I love them. And I prayed my butt off since, like, when it first happened. I prayed all the time. And they, you know, doctors were telling my sister and my family, like, they're done, like they're not gonna walk again, they're not gonna talk again, decide whether you want to pull the plug or not. And like, I'm not exaggerating, that's what it was like. It was like, I remember just hearing like talk about, okay, we need to pull the plug here. Both of them walk and talk now. They're rehabilitating. God answered my prayers. So we were just kind of, we were looking and stuff, and it was like, you know, Casey met up with Jenny out in the water, and was like, she came home that night and was just like, hey, there's this really awesome house group going on. Do you want to go? I'm all, no, I think I'm gonna hang out. I was just like, I guess kind of lackluster, like, you know, I believed in God and stuff, and I had like this walk going on, but I wasn't I guess as committed as I could have been, you know. It was just like, I don't know, lazy. So the next week though, I went, and it was at Danny and Jenny's house, and I just, like, I knew like that was where I needed to be, and that was where I was gonna get the most fulfillment, I guess, in my walk, and be around like-minded people, and just be like in just a totally grassroots like environment. And it's just like, yeah, this is rad. And then you know, just the talk of the church and stuff, and I'm just like, okay, let's see what's gonna happen here, and just like kept on going and kept on going to the Tuesdays, and really loved it. Really loved everybody that was there, and the food, and just always had a great time. And you know, the church started, and I've just again, like the whole hindsight thing, like God placed Casey and I back in Santa Cruz, a place where I had just done run amok, and you know, here we are now, just like seriously like making an impact, you know, with the whole youth thing. And just like, I just feel so good about where I live, and you know, I'm not doing drugs, I don't even drink anymore, you know. It's just like God just placed me here, and I'm like, I've been able to make amends with like my past life and stuff, and it's just kind of like, that's been really nice. And not only that, but do the coolest thing I've ever done, and that's just work with these kids, and yeah, skateboard, and just the people that are here at Hope, and they're my other family. God works with my heart. God, like, I ask for it all the time, and I get it, you know. I'm like, obviously a work in progress here, but you know, yeah, God uses me definitely a lot, and just shows me like through how my life has changed, and the way that my life has affected other people. Like, that's like one of the most astonishing things for me, is like people have seen the way I live and come to the Lord just by watching me and just by asking me questions. There's a few people in my life that, you know, just like to this day like thank me for like showing them who God was. Like, bro, it's not me. That wasn't me. That was Jesus Christ. That's divine intervention. You know, it's not me. And so it's been pretty nice, I guess. Just to be in that position where I was looking at someone else and going like, man, I just want that. I want to be comfortable in my skin. You know, I just want to have just that sense of purpose and just drive in life. And going from that to providing, like, I don't understand, but I guess there's been some people I've provided that for. So it's been epic.